Fargo police have released 4 surveillance photos from this week's armed robberies at the Bottle Barn and Spirit Shop liquor stores. Here's a look at the photos from Bottle Barn. The man is described as black, thin, and about 5'11". He was wearing a brown leather jacket, light-colored cargo pants, and a gray hooded sweatshirt. As for the photos from the Spirit Shop, that suspect is about 5'8". He's wearing blue jeans and a black hooded sweatshirt that's turned inside out. Both robbers were wearing masks. Well, it's certainly beginning to look like fall with the leaves changing color, and it's certainly starting to feel like fall this week as well. Let's check in with meteorologist Robert Hahn, who's the details of a windy, chilly Wednesday.
Yeah, certainly windy out there. If you're getting ready to head out the door, hold on to your hat as you do so. This morning, another chilly start today, primarily for our far eastern counties where we saw some frost and even a light freeze in some locations, getting down to 32 degrees in Waskish and Bemidji, 34 over in Wadena. Along and west of the Red River, though, we had a bit of cloudiness. That kept temperatures from dropping off too much. We bottomed out at 51 degrees here in Fargo. With some southerly winds and a mix of clouds and sunshine, we've warmed up into the 60s in most areas. However, still hanging on to 59 in Wadena. It's 64 here in Fargo, Sisseton, Thief River Falls, Roseau, and Baudette. It doesn't feel quite that warm, though, with lots of gusty south winds. And those gusty south winds will be with us all day, as will the clouds. We'll see some increasing clouds later on today and a chance for a few showers and maybe even a rumble or two of thunder. And we're starting to see a couple of sprinkles develop up near the Langdon area, and we'll have that chance as we head through the day today with temperatures more fall-like in the 60s to right around 70. Tomorrow, a chance for a few of those sprinkles to linger on into the morning hours and more temperatures in the mid-60s. As we head through the rest of the week and on into the weekend, how's the weather looking for your weekend plans? We'll let you know coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Robert, we'll see you then. An arrest warrant has been issued for a Bismarck woman accused of raping a 15-year-old boy who lives in a group home where she works. 24-year-old Ethomonia Barclay is charged with felony corruption of a minor. The victim told Bismarck police he was raped by Barclay several times. If convicted, she faces up to 5 years in prison and would be required to register as a sex offender. A North Dakota woman accused of starving her teenage son to death will stand trial in April. 36-year-old Jessica Jensen faces a murder charge after authorities found the body of her 13-year-old son Aiden at their home in Kenmere. The boy weighed just 21 pounds. Jensen will go on trial April 18th in North Central District Court. She faces up to life in prison if convicted. A Grand Forks man is behind bars after trying to escape police on his bike. A tip from the public helped track down Christopher Lillico, who was wanted on several warrants. But when Lillico saw officers, he took off on a bicycle. Police caught up with him about 12 blocks later. They had to use a taser to arrest him. Along with the warrants, he's also now facing drug charges. 4 people have been arrested after 3 Minnesota daycare centers were busted in a billing scheme that could surpass $1 million. The investigation, dubbed Operation Kids Count, started a year and a half ago when investigators noticed higher than average billings coming from Minnesota Child Services. Prosecutors say that the centers charged a government assistance program for children who weren't actually there. All of the daycare centers involved were in Minneapolis. Well, another huge mess on eastbound I-94 this morning, but the good news is we're at the end of it. You can actually see some traffic still backing up when we took that live picture at noon. This is the scene, however, from the height of the morning rush hour today. Striping crews are working on that stretch of I-94 from 8th Street in Moorhead to Highway 336. 3 lanes go down to 1 on the Red River Bridge, and it's causing a lot of congestion. There was a similar backup yesterday afternoon, but the Minnesota DOT tells us that this is pretty much it for the project, and all the work should be wrapped up well before your drive home tonight. Certainly good news there. Well, speaking of driving, you'll soon be able to drive a little bit faster on 3 highways in west central Minnesota. The Minnesota Department of Transportation increasing the speed limits on sections of Highway 10, Highway 87, and Highway 210. They're currently posted at 55 miles an hour, but will go up to 60. That 60-mile-an-hour speed limit will take effect as soon as the new signs are put up on the following segments. It's Highway 10 between Bluffton and Wadena, Highway 87 between Frazee and Monaga, and Highway 210 from Highway 75 in Breckenridge to near Hewitt. Crews are set to start installing those new 60-mile-per-hour signs on Monday.